morning, everyone. I am your Monday host, Catherine Farrell, and we are coming to you live from the Dorfna Judaica Museum here at the Hebrew Home. And this is Good Morning Hebrew Home. So just a couple of things before we get into the basic ingredients of the show. I can't believe that it's already been 3 weeks, but Walgreens is back, and they're back for the second dose for those of us who took the vaccine 3 weeks ago, and for some who are just getting the first dose, they're here for that too. So just be on the lookout. Over the next 3 days, someone will be coming to you if you've signed up to get the vaccine, which everybody really should. So that's that. And also, I just wanted to mention, if you're ever experiencing any sound issues here, any issues with the video, please just give us a call. We're here. So it's 1526. Just give us a call and let us know. We don't always know when there's an issue, but we will try very hard to fix it. So back to the show. Today is Monday, January 11th, and the time is 10:30. We do have a great show planned for you today, so let's jump right into it with the weather. So the weather is partly cloudy this morning, then becoming cloudy during the afternoon. So I don't know why they wouldn't just say cloudy throughout the day, but anyway, our high is going to only be 38 degrees, and the winds light and variable, Olivia. Let's move into this day in history on January 11th. Okay, so we're going back a little bit far, but this is an important one. 1755, Alexander Hamilton, the first Secretary of the U.S. Treasury, was born in the British West Indies. Then moving up a century, 1878, milk was delivered for the first time in glass bottles in New York City. I always wanted to get milk delivered to my house. There's something very nostalgic about that. So maybe some of you had that growing up, glass bottle delivery of milk every day or every other. Milk and eggs. So anyway, maybe they'll bring that back someday. I doubt it. And in 1935, Amelia Earhart, one of the world's most celebrated aviators, made the first successful solo flight from Hawaii to California, a distance longer than that from the U.S. to Europe. So good for you, Amelia. In 1966, the live-action TV series Batman premiered on ABC. It was a huge hit, and it starred Adam West as the Caped Crusader and Burt Ward as Robin. Holy Batman. Our national days today, it's National Arkansas Day. It's National Milk Day. I wonder if it has to do with the milk delivery. It's National Clean Off Your Desk Day, which is the second Monday in January. And it's National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day. So as we just learned a minute ago, it's not going to rain today. It'll be cloudy all day. But as the next best thing to being able to step in a puddle and splash your friends, I thought it would be fun to learn 10 fun facts about rain. And this comes from the Weather Channel. So 1, phantom rain. Not all raindrops that fall from the sky reach the ground. Under specific conditions, sometimes rain can fall but never touch the earth. This occurs when rain falling from a cloud evaporates or sublimes as it draws closer to Earth's surface. And when this happens, it forms what is known as virga clouds, a tail or wisp extending from a cloud in a downwards position. Generally, these are seen to extend from, okay guys, back to like 4th grade, cirrocumulus, altocumulus, altostratus, and nimbostratus, stratocumulus, cumulus, or cumulonimbus clouds. Oh my gosh, I think I got it. Number 2, rain has a smell. When raindrops fall on clay or dusty soils, they trap small air bubbles in the surface, which rise upward and burst out of the droplet. This then produces pockets of scent into the air, where they are then carried by wind. This is what causes the familiar smell of rain, which is called petrichor. Number 3, shape of a raindrop. Raindrops are usually represented in the shape of a teardrop, but this is not true in reality. When raindrops fall from high up in the atmosphere, they take on a spherical shape as the water molecules bind together, held by surface tension. As they begin to fall, their shape changes, while air resistance causes the bottom of the drop to flatten and curve, resembling the shape of a jelly bean. Number 4, how long does it take a raindrop to reach the ground? To provide the exact figure would be difficult. The highest raindrops fall and size can differ, but following an average speed of 14 miles per hour and an average cloud height of 2,500 feet, it would take 2 minutes for a raindrop to hit the floor. Very small raindrops can take as long as 7 minutes to reach the ground, while larger droplets can fall at speeds of 20 miles per hour. Pretty cool. Number 5, the wettest place in the world. All right, Mouse and Ram in the Meghalaya state of India takes the title for the wettest place in the world, receiving an astonishing average of 11,971 millimeters of rainfall every year, which compared to the UK's 1,154 millimeter average is quite large. The wettest day in Britain, this was on December 5th, 2015, when Honister Pass in Cumbria was soaked by 341.4 millimeters of rain in a day during Storm Desmond, which brought extensive heavy rain and strong gales to parts of northern England and Scotland. Number 7, predicting rainfall amounts from types of cloud. Okay, here we go with the clouds again. Nimbostratus clouds and cumulonimbus clouds are two most common forms of clouds that produce rain. Hanging low in the sky while appearing dark and gray is the nimbostratus cloud, while the cumulonimbus clouds are shaped like a mountain with a dark gray base. This type of cloud is a thunderstorm cloud. Pretty cool. Number 8, not all raindrops are made of water. Rain also consists of sulfuric acid or methane, which can also be found in other planets in the solar system. Number 9, how much does rain weigh? An inch of rain can measure around, this doesn't seem right, 226,000 pounds in an acre of land. Oh, I guess it's over an acre, 1 inch of rain. Got it. In every minute, 1 billion tons of rain falls on the earth. And last fact, number 10, dry in places. London and Cambridge are the UK's driest cities. So very cool facts about rain. And some clouds. Birthdays. Our resident celebrating a birthday today is Belle B. Happy birthday, Belle. And for staff birthday today, it's Marcia in nursing. So happy birthday. Celebrity birthday, we already know about Alexander Hamilton. In 1885, Alice Paul, American suffragist, National Women's Party, born in Mount Laurel Township, New Jersey. And in 1971, I love this one, Mary J. Blige, American R&B singer-songwriter and actress, was born in New York City. All right, guys, so let's check out the menus for today. Our lunch, the entree is a meatloaf with mushroom gravy, peas, fresh mashed potato, and dessert, black and white cookie. Do you guys like black and white cookies? Me too. Do you like both sides equally? You eat one side before the other? The whole thing before the other?
Like I'll eat the white side before the chocolate.
Uh-huh. Yeah?
I'll eat it half and half, like both at the same time.
Me too. I'm kind of like very diplomatic about the way I eat my black and white cookie. Like I take a bite of the chocolate, a bite of the vanilla. My best friend won't even eat one of them. I forget which side it is, but she's like, ugh. Anyway, black and white cookies are delicious and kind of fun to eat. For dinner, the soup is mushroom barley soup. The entree is fish croquettes with stewed tomatoes, and for dessert, pound cake. Okay, guys, so if I thought the cumulus clouds were a tongue twister for me, here comes the sports section. So this is coming from US Today Sports. Cleveland holds on to defeat Pittsburgh 48-37. And this was posted by Miles Simmons on January 10th. So last night about 11:48. Okay, the Browns hadn't won in Pittsburgh since the 2003 season. The Browns hadn't appeared in the playoffs since the 2002 season. And the Browns hadn't won a playoff game since the 1994 season. So you could say Sunday's victory was a long time coming. While there were tense moments, Cleveland led from cover to cover, defeating the Steelers, that's Pittsburgh, 48-37 to advance to the divisional round. After taking a 35-10 lead into the halftime, On the heels of 4 Pittsburgh turnovers, the Browns' advantage was cut to 35-23 late in the third quarter. But with 4th and 1, I don't know what that means, on the Pittsburgh, 46 to start the 4th period, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin elected to send the punt team on the field to try to draw Cleveland's return team offside. The strategy didn't work. Pittsburgh took a delay of game and then decided to punt. Punting is such a great word. It was a curious decision as Cleveland's defense hadn't stopped the Steelers from scoring since early in the second quarter. The Browns had punted 3 times to that point in the second half, with 2 of those possessions going 3 and out. But Cleveland's defense finally got going. Jarvis Landry made a 17-yard receptions on 3rd and 2 to keep the drive alive. And a few plays later, Nick Chubb took a screen 40 yards to the end zone to put Cleveland back up 42-23. So I don't really know what I'm saying, so my brain is kind of getting tripped up on these words. I hope you guys understand it. Pittsburgh got back onto board quickly with Chase Claypool's 29-yard touchdown. But following a Cleveland field goal, Roethlisberger threw a final interception that effectively took the Steelers out of the game. Claypool caught a second touchdown with 1 minute, 9 seconds left, but Pittsburgh's onside kick failed. Roethlisberger set an NFL record for a regular season or postseason game with 47 completions, and his 501 yards are second most in postseason history. But he also threw a career postseason high 4 interceptions in the contest. Baker Mayfield finished his first playoff game, 21 of 34, passing for 263 yards with 3 touchdowns. Chubb had 145 yards from scrimmage and a TD. Landry was Cleveland's leading receiver with 5 receptions for 92 yards. Cleveland's win was made more impressive given that the club was without several coaches, including head coach Kevin Stefanski, and several players, including star quarterback Denzel Ward and Pro Bowl left guard Joel Bitonio. Plus, Cleveland hadn't won a road playoffs game since 1969. That's a pretty good deal. The Browns will travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs in the divisional round at 3:05 next Sunday. For the Steelers, it's a disappointing end to their season, especially considering the opponent and the location. Pittsburgh hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. And that's our news story for today. All right, friends, we're on to our positive news. This one comes from the Good News Network, and it's about air pollution. So air pollution laws may have saved over 1.5 billion birds in American skies. Birds are a thing here. We have the bird feeders outside, and we had the live cam going for a while. Mr. Pomerantz was going around taking photos of the birds. We saw some crows a few months ago. So birds are a real important element to the Hebrew home, and not quite sure why, but maybe someone who knows something about birds can let us know. So birds' lives have been saved in the last 40 years since pollution regulations were signed into U.S. law. But tackling dirty air has also been saving the birds. A new large-scale study conducted by scientists at Cornell and the University of Oregon found that improved air quality under a federal program to reduce ozone pollution may have averted the loss of 1.5 billion birds during the past 4 decades. That's nearly 20% of bird life in the U.S. Quote, our research shows that the benefits of environmental regulation have likely been underestimated. The study's lead author and Ruth and William Morgan, assistant professor at Cornell's Dyson School of Applied Economics and Management. That was a quote from them. Continuing, reducing pollution has positive impacts in unexpected places and provides an additional policy lever for conservation efforts. So ozone is a gas that occurs in nature, but is also produced by power plants, factories, and car emissions. It can be good or it can be bad. A layer of ozone in the upper atmosphere protects the Earth from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun, but ground level ozone is hazardous and is the main pollutant in smog. So to examine the relationship between bird abundance and air pollution, the researchers used models that combined bird observations from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology's eBird program with ground-level pollution data and existing regulations. They tracked monthly changes in bird abundance, air quality, and regulation status for 3,214 U.S. counties over a span of 15 years. The team focused on the NOx, nitrogen oxide, budget trading program, which was implemented by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to protect human health by limiting summertime emissions of ozone precursors from large industrial sources. The study, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, suggests that ozone pollution is most detrimental to the small migratory birds, such as sparrows, warblers, that's such a great name, and finches, that make up 86% of all North American land bird species. Ozone pollution directly harms birds by damaging their respiratory system and indirectly affects populations by harming their food sources. Not only can ozone cause direct physical damage to birds, but it also can compromise plant health and reduce numbers of the insects that birds consume. That was coming from Cornell Department of Natural Resources and the environmental and director of the Center for Avian Population Studies at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. So, quote, not surprisingly, birds that cannot access high-quality habitat or food resources are less likely to survive or reproduce successfully. The good news here is that the environmental policies intended to protect human health return important benefits for birds, too. So that's a little bit of good news on reducing smog and emissions, and not only helping us humans, but our bird cousins too. All right. So that's our show for today, guys. Remember to tune into Channel 8 later today. We have What's the Story with Kate at 11:15. Also, by the way, I think she's going to start a new book either today or soon. So if you ever have any suggestions for Kate on what you would like her to read, give us a call. Reach out to your tap person. Leave us a message. What's the message number again? 2815-2813. 2813. I just remember the pattern. So 2813. Right. So that's our, if you want to leave a voicemail, let us know what you want us to cover on the show. Let us know if you're interested in sports, but want something about hockey or want something about figure skating. I don't know. Give us a call and let us know. We just want to hear from you. That's all. After that, later today, we have exercise with Deborah at 1:30 and then resident council at 2:30. Again, you guys can always catch this show at 6:30 in the evening on channel 88, or of course on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe, leave us a comment, hit the like button, all of those wonderful social media things. Anyway, join us again tomorrow. We have another great show, same time, same place. And once again, I am your Monday host, Catherine Farrell, and this is Good Morning Hebrew Home. Have a great day, guys.